What is the meaning of the verb find out? Not usually separated. The object can be a noun. A noun clause, or a complete sentence.
When you find out information or a fact, you learn or become aware of that information or fact. I tried to get the information, but I couldn't find it out.
What is the meaning of the verb get out of?
When you get out or get out of a place, building, room, car, boat, and so on, you leave or escape from it. When Bob heard his car's engine making a strange noise, he got out and looked under the hood.
What is the meaning of the verb come up to?
When people move toward you to a higher level or position, or from the south to the north, they come up. Come down is the opposite of come up. Why don't you come up and see me sometime?
What is the meaning of the verb live with?
When you live with shame, guilt, or a painful memory. You continue with your life in spite of the shame, guilt, or painful memory. Jake committed suicide rather than live with the shame of what he had done.
What is the meaning of the verb cross off?
When you cross something off a list, you draw a line through it to remove it from the list. Why was my name crossed off the invitation list?
What is the meaning of the verb shake up?
When you make major changes in an organization or business, you shake it up. People are getting a little lazy around here. It's time to shake things up.
What is the meaning of the verb go over?
When you carefully explain something, usually something that is complicated but important, you go over it. Before the trial, Hank and his lawyer went over what Hank was going to say.
What is the meaning of the verb point to?
When you make preparations for something in the future, you plan for it. The festival was a disaster because they didn't plan for such a huge crowd.
What is the meaning of the verb break through?
When you use force to go through a wall or other barrier, you break through it. The attackers couldn't break through the thick walls of the fort.
What is the meaning of the verb check out?
When you check out at a store, you bring the items you want to buy to the cashier and pay for them. Look at this line. It's going to take forever to check out.
What is the meaning of the verb fill in, for?
When you temporarily do someone else's job, you fill in for that person. The regular bartender is on vacation, so Todd is filling in.
What is the meaning of the verb run over?
When you drive over people or things with a car, truck, or other vehicle causing damage, injury, or death, you run them over. John was run over by a bus and killed.
What is the meaning of the verb have on?
When you wear something, such as an item of clothing, perfume, or cosmetics, you have it on. I didn't have a raincoat on, and I got all wet.
What is the meaning of the verb knock off?
When you knock something off, you either accidentally or deliberately use. Force to make it fall from a place above the ground to the ground below. The cat knocked the clock off the shelf.
What is the meaning of the verb wake up?
When you learn something that causes you to understand the truth about something or someone. It wakes you up or wakes you up to the truth about something or someone. I used to smoke, but when my best friend died of lung cancer, it really woke me up. Hey, wake up. Nicole is lying to you. Can't you see that?
What is the meaning of the verb leave behind?
When you leave something or someone behind. You do not take them with you because you forgot or because you cannot or do not want to take them. Leaving our children behind at a gas station was pretty dumb.
What is the meaning of the verb back off?
When you move away from danger or a person you are arguing or fighting with. In order to avoid injury or a more serious fight or argument, you back off. When you tell people to back off. You are warning them that you are becoming angry and that a fight or argument is likely. Tom backed off when he saw that Jake had a gun.
What is the meaning of the verb wrap up?
When you enclose an object in some kind of paper. Usually gift wrapping paper or packaging paper, you wrap it up. I have to wrap this gift up before I go to the party.
What is the meaning of the verb get over?
When something happens that surprises you or makes you angry. And you cannot stop thinking about it, you cannot get over it. Elle can't get over seeing my ex-wife with her new husband.
What is the meaning of the verb punch in?
When you come to your workplace and put your time card in the time clock to record the time you have arrived, you punch in. Don't forget to punch in as soon as you get to work.
What is the meaning of the verb stay off?
When you stay off something, you don't walk or sit on it. You kids can play in the living room, but stay off the Persian rug.
What is the meaning of the verb put together?
When you organize some ideas, plans, or suggestions in order to show them to someone or discuss them with someone, you put them together. I have an interesting idea for a new business, and I'm putting together a proposal.
What is the meaning of the verb come out?
When flowers or leaves start to grow, they come out. We had a very warm winter, and the flowers started coming out in February.
What is the meaning of the verb find out not usually separated? The object can be a noun. A noun clause, or a complete sentence.
When you find out information or a fact, you learn or become aware of that information or fact. If you don't know when the movie starts, look in the newspaper to find out.
What is the meaning of the verb go out?
When an electrical light goes out, it stops producing light because it is no longer receiving power. The lights in the barracks go out every night at 10 o'clock.
What is the meaning of the verb head into?
When you head into or are headed into a place or area, you begin to enter it. Jim was headed into Ashland when his car broke down.
What is the meaning of the verb get to?
When you get to a place, you arrive there. When you get to a place, you help them to go there or take them there. When you get to work, you arrive at the place where you work. I went to the restaurant across the street for lunch, and I didn't get back to work until 2:30.
What is the meaning of the verb keep to?
When you keep something to a certain cost, quantity, or amount. You do not let the cost, quantity, or amount go higher than that level. The room doesn't hold a great many people, so we have to keep the number of guests to 200.
What is the meaning of the verb leave off?
When you interrupt something that you intend to finish later, you leave off at the point where you stop. Finish your story. Uncle Fred. You left off where the giant octopus was about to eat you.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put money in or put money into something. You contribute money to help pay for something or as an investment you hope will return a profit. I've already put $100,000 into this business. I hope it starts making money soon.
What is the meaning of the verb get over?
When you get over a problem, illness, or emotionally painful experience. You stop letting it affect you and continue with your life. I've got a bad cold. I've been sick for a week, and I still haven't gotten over it.
What is the meaning of the verb get ahead?
When you get ahead, you become more successful and make progress in your job or your life. With your pessimistic attitude, you'll never get ahead.
What is the meaning of the verb come across?
When something you say or do comes across a certain way. Your attitude or feelings are perceived in this way by other people. His American humor didn't come across well in Britain.
What is the meaning of the verb pull out, of?
When a car, truck, or other vehicle pulls out or pulls out of a The accident happened when the Ford pulled out in front of the Chevy.
What is the meaning of the verb see about?
When you talk to someone to get permission for something or to arrange something. You see about it or see someone about it? The carpet in my office is filthy.
What is the meaning of the verb pick up?
When you pick something up in a store, you quickly go into a store to buy something you need. I need to pick up some milk on the way home.
What is the meaning of the verb dress up?
When you dress up, you wear very nice clothes, often for a special occasion. When you dress people up, you put very nice clothes on them, often for a special occasion. The tailors dressed their children up so they could take some pictures.
What is the meaning of the verb switch off?
When you switch off an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to stop it from producing or doing something. Turn off is similar to switch off. Switch on is the opposite of switch off. I switched the engine off and got out of the car.
What is the meaning of the verb bring up?
When you bring up children, you care for them as they grow to adulthood. When you bring up children to believe something or to behave in a certain way. You try to teach this belief or behavior to them. Tom was born in Canada, but he was brought up in the United States.
What is the meaning of the verb work out?
When a calculation or measurement works out to be a certain amount. This amount is the result of the calculation or measurement. The cost of the booze we need for the reception works out to more than $1,500.
What is the meaning of the verb wear out?
When something wears out or you wear it out. It becomes damaged or weak from use and age and is no longer usable. People who live in the city wear out their car brakes faster than people who live in the country.
What is the meaning of the verb take off?
When you remove something from a surface, you take it off. I took the book off the table. You need to take the old wax off the floor before you wax it again.
What is the meaning of the verb get through, with?
When you get through with an activity. Or get through doing an activity, you finish it or finish doing it. I have so much homework that I might not get through with it until midnight.
What is the meaning of the verb plan on?
When you plan on doing something, you intend to do it. I plan on fishing and taking a lot of pictures on my vacation.
What is the meaning of the verb go in for?
When you go in for a certain activity, you like it and do it regularly. When I was a kid I went in for football, but I don't watch it much anymore.
What is the meaning of the verb fix up, with?
When you fix people up with something. You arrange for them to have or to use something that they need or want. The travel agent fixed me up with a limo to take me to the resort.
What is the meaning of the verb call in?
When you request the help of people or of an organization with more experience. Power, or knowledge to help with a problem or difficult project, you call them in. The local police chief considered calling the FBI in to help solve the crime.
What is the meaning of the verb set up?
When arrange the parts of something so that they are in. Their proper position and can function, you set it up. The kids got a swing set for Christmas, and Dad had to set it up in the snow.
What is the meaning of the verb open up?
When a new business starts, it opens up or is opened up by someone. I was driving through town, and I noticed that a new bookstore has opened up on Maple Street.
What is the meaning of the verb keep up, with?
when you are in a group that is studying, working, and so on. And you are able to learn or work at the same rate as the others, you keep up or keep up with the group. Fall behind is the opposite of keep up. Lydia missed several days of school last month. And now she's having a hard time keeping up with the rest of the class.
What is the meaning of the verb trade in?
When you give an old car or other piece of expensive equipment to someone, you are buying a new car or piece of equipment from in order to get a lower price, you trade the old car or piece of equipment in. After the twins were born, Rahul traded his pickup truck in for a station wagon.
What is the meaning of the verb put past used only in? The infinitive form and only in negative sentences?
When you want to say that you think someone is capable of doing something wrong. You say that you wouldn't put it past that person. When you want to warn someone that you think another person is capable of doing something wrong. You say don't put it past that person. Is he capable of murder? Well, I wouldn't put killing someone past him. Marvin. Is evil. There isn't any crime I wouldn't put past him.
What is the meaning of the verb run down?
When you discuss or review items on a list from the first to the last, you run down the list. The teacher ran down the list of students and marked the ones who are failing.
What is the meaning of the verb come out, for in favor of I against?
When people with authority and influence come out for or come out in favor of people or things. They publicly announce support for them. When people with authority and influence come out against people or things. They publicly announce opposition to them. The senator from North Carolina came out against the tobacco legislation.
What is the meaning of the verb hold out?
When a supply of something is enough for your needs, the supply holds out. This is all the money I have, so it has to hold out until I get paid again.
What is the meaning of the verb come out, of?
When things or people go through an experience or treatment. The condition they are left in by that experience or treatment or the result of that experience or treatment is how they come out. How did the investigation come out?
What is the meaning of the verb sneak inland to?
When you enter a place without anyone seeing or hearing you, you sneak in or sneak into the place. If you don't have a ticket for the game, you'll have to sneak in.
What is the meaning of the verb aim at?
When you aim at something you want, you do what is necessary to get it. The new law is aimed at reducing crime in the streets.
What is the meaning of the verb turn out usually followed by to be plus an adjective? An infinitive verb plus a noun, or a complete sentence.
When things or people turn out to be a certain way, it is discovered or considered that they are that way. When things or people turn out to be something, it is discovered or considered that they are that thing. When you say that it turns out, that, or turned out, that, and then make a statement of fact. You mean that this information, which is contrary to what you believed or expected, was discovered to be true. Elle didn't think I would like my brother's new wife, but she turned out to be very nice.
What is the meaning of the verb pay off?
When you pay people money so that they will do something. Illegal or allow you to do something illegal, you pay them off. The politician tried to cover up the crime by paying off the witnesses.
What is the meaning of the verb piss off informal and offensive to some people?
When you make people angry, you piss them off. You'd better stop that. You're pissing me off.
What is the meaning of the verb go off, with?
When you go off, you leave a place or the people you are with and go to a different place. When you go off with someone. You leave a place or the people you are with and go to a different place with them. At the museum, Sally went off with her friends to see some things we weren't interested in.
What is the meaning of the verb keep it?
When you keep at it, you continue with an activity even though it may be difficult. When you say keep at it to people, you encourage them to finish with an activity that is difficult. Keep at it, you're almost finished.
What is the meaning of the verb take up on?
When you take people up on an offer, you accept their offer. Nicole has never taken me up on my offer to lend her the money she needs for her dental bills.
What is the meaning of the verb keep from?
When you keep from doing something, you do not do it even though it is hard not to. I was so angry that I don't know how I kept from punching that guy in the nose.
What is the meaning of the verb get along?
When you are able to do some sort of work without any serious problems, you get along. Oh, I'm getting along okay, thank you.
What is the meaning of the verb fall off?
When the quality, degree, or frequency of something decreases, it falls off. The quality of his work has fallen off as he has gotten older.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When an object remains in good condition after heavy use, it holds up. Some Roman aqueducts have held up for 2,000 years.
What is the meaning of the verb do over?
When you do something over, you do it again in order to improve it or to correct mistakes. This is all wrong, it'll have to be done over.
What is the meaning of the verb hand over, to?
When you give something to people because they demand it, because they require it. Or because you are not its rightful owner, you hand it over or hand it over to them. Turn over is similar to hand over. That's my calculator, hand it right over.
What is the meaning of the verb pick out?
When you are able to find and recognize something in a group, you pick it out. Even though the class photo was 50 years old, I picked my father out easily. The police detective asked me if I could pick the mugger out from a group of photos.
What is the meaning of the verb think up?
When you think up something, such as an idea, solution, or plan. You use your imagination to create it. Stop worrying, I'll think something up.
What is the meaning of the verb turn down?
When you turn down an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to decrease the level of what it is producing or doing. Turn up is the opposite of turn down. If it gets too cold, I'll turn down the air conditioner.
What is the meaning of the verb knock off?
When you knock something off, you make something quickly and not very carefully. Dan prefers writing novels, but he sometimes knocks off a magazine article to make a few bucks.
What is the meaning of the verb put up?
When you move something to a higher level, you put it up. Put these knives up where the baby can't reach them.
What is the meaning of the verb go up, to?
When a schedule or plan ends at a certain time or date, the schedule or plan goes up to that time or date. Do you have the new schedule? This one goes up only to the end of April.
What is the meaning of the verb try out?
When you try people out, you give them a chance to show that they can perform. A job well before hiring them or before giving them more difficult work to do. The manager agreed to try him out for a week.
What is the meaning of the verb bring up?
When you bring up children, you care for them as they grow to adulthood. When you bring up children to believe something or to behave in a certain way. You try to teach this belief or behavior to them. I was brought up to believe in honesty and compassion.
What is the meaning of the verb start out?
When you begin something, you start out. Start out is used to discuss how the end of something was different from its beginning. Nancy started out as a secretary, thinking she might have a future with this company. But she doesn't feel that way anymore.
What is the meaning of the verb pull over?
When you are driving and then move your vehicle to the side of the road. Reduce your speed, and then stop, you pull over or pull your vehicle over. Let's pull the car over and ask someone for directions.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you extinguish a fire or something that is burning, you put it out. It was 2 hours before the fire was put out.
What is the meaning of the verb come off?
When something comes off, it becomes detached from what it was attached or fastened to. That paint won't come off your hands unless you use turpentine.
What is the meaning of the verb get out of?
When you get out of something or get out of doing something you must do but do not want to do. You find a way to avoid it. The boss wants me to work a double shift, but I'll get out of it.
What is the meaning of the verb get around to?
When you do something after waiting for some time because you are lazy. Inefficient, or do not want to do it, you get around to it. I didn't get around to doing my taxes until April 14th.
What is the meaning of the verb cut down?
When you cut down a tree, you use a saw or an axe to cut it and make it fall to the ground. The builder was criticized for cutting down so many trees when he built the house.
What is the meaning of the verb work in?
When you make room, with some difficulty, for something in a schedule or plan, you work it in. We're going to be in Chicago for only a couple of days, but I'll try to work in a Cubs game.
What is the meaning of the verb carry on?
When you carry on, you continue as before, despite a difficult experience in your life. You'll have to carry on for the sake of the children.
What is the meaning of the verb turn around?
When you turn around, you move a vehicle or your body so that it faces the opposite direction. When you turn something around, you move it so that it faces the opposite direction. You should turn this houseplant around so that the other side can get some light.
What is the meaning of the verb beef up?
When you beef up security or some other arrangement to prevent or deal with a problem. You make this arrangement stronger. The hospital decided to beef up its emergency facilities.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When a wall, column, or other structure supports the weight of something above it. Such as a ceiling, it holds it up. The workers were killed when they removed a column holding the roof up.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put money in or put money into a bank or an account at a bank, you deposit the money. Put inland to is the opposite of take out. We put $10,000 into our savings account.
What is the meaning of the verb cover up?
When you cover something completely, you cover it up. Cover this stuff up, I don't want anyone to see it.
What is the meaning of the verb lighten up?
When you lighten up, you change the subject of conversation. From something serious to something more cheerful and pleasant. Enough talk about business. Let's lighten things up around here.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you are put out by people, you are annoyed by something they have said or done. I was really put out by having to take a taxi to work because Mike hadn't returned my car.
What is the meaning of the verb break off?
When you break off relations or contact with someone. You decide to end relations or contact with that person. The two countries broke off relations with each other.
What is the meaning of the verb pull over?
When you are driving and a police officer signals you to move your vehicle to the side of the road. Reduce your speed, and stop, the police officer pulls you over or pulls the vehicle over. Jim was driving on the wrong side of the road, and he got pulled over by the state police.
What is the meaning of the verb come down, to?
When you lower the price you are asking for something, you come down to a lower price. The union won't come down a nickel in its salary demands.
What is the meaning of the verb pay for?
When you give someone money in exchange for something, you pay for it or pay someone for it. Alfonso paid the waiter for his dinner.
What is the meaning of the verb come inland to?
When people or things enter a place, room, house, and so on that you are in, they come in or come into it. Go out is the opposite of come in. Welcome to my house. Please come in.
What is the meaning of the verb come on?
When you come on a certain way, you speak or deal with people in that way. Paul needs to learn to be more of a gentleman. He comes on too strong, and women don't like that.
What is the meaning of the verb keep up?
When people or things keep you up, they prevent you from going to bed. Or if you are in bed, they prevent you from falling asleep. That noisy party across the alley kept me up all night.
What is the meaning of the verb go inland to?
When you go in or go into a place, building, room, and so on, you enter it. It's getting too dark to play tennis. Let's go in.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put something in or put something into a container. Storage place, or building, you place it inside. Take out is the opposite of put inland to. The clerk put the bottle into the bag and gave me a receipt.
What is the meaning of the verb come in?
When a train, bus, airplane, or ship comes in, it arrives. Get in is similar to come in. Do you know when the train from Kankakee comes in?
What is the meaning of the verb cut out?
When you cut out something that you consume, you stop using it. When you cut out doing something, you stop doing it. When you say cut it out to people, you want them to stop doing or saying something. It bothers me when you do that, so cut it out.
What is the meaning of the verb come off?
When you say come off it to people. You are saying that you think something they have said is untrue or foolish. It's 2 o'clock. M. You come home smelling like beer, and you say you were working late at the office? Oh, come off it.
What is the meaning of the verb come down with?
When you are starting to get sick, you are coming down with something or coming down with an illness. I don't feel well.
What is the meaning of the verb clear up?
When clouds in the sky go away, the weather clears up. Unless it clears up, we'll have to cancel the picnic.
What is the meaning of the verb run down?
When batteries or machines run down or are run down by someone, they gradually lose power or energy. Don't leave the car lights on for too long when the car isn't running or the battery will run down.
What is the meaning of the verb get to?
When you get to something that you want or need to do, you find the time to do it. When you get to work, you start working. My boss told me to get off the phone and get back to work.
What is the meaning of the verb shut up informal?
When people or things cause you to stop talking, they shut you up. Toad was making jokes about his wife at the party until she gave him a look that shut him right up.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you put people out, you inconvenience them. Eric really put Bill out when he asked him for a ride to the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning.
What is the meaning of the verb mix up?
When you mix two things up, you confuse them with each other. Jerry and his twin brother look exactly the same, and everyone mixes them up.
What is the meaning of the verb feel up to?
When you feel up to doing something, you have the confidence or energy to do it. I'm sorry to cancel, but I just don't feel up to going dancing tonight.
What is the meaning of the verb kick back informal?
When you kick back, you relax. It's been a tough week. Tonight I'm going to buy a case of beer and kick back.